Excuse me, ma'am, can I interview you right now?
Yes, you can.
Can you tell me the reason why you guys are out here today?
Well, first of all, my name is Jacqueline Smith.
Yes.
And I live in the 48217 area, 1125 Ethel, right from Pleasant Street, where they built the wastewater treatment plant.
Yes.
And then down further is Marathon Oil Refinery. And we're out here because we're sick and tired of all of this pollution in this area. And the main reason is because of Marathon and their expansion, and they're going to be bringing that crude oil over from Canada. And we don't want it in our neighborhood because we know that they're going to put some of them pipelines right at the base of our house. And we're tired of being overpopulated with pollution. That's why we're out here today, to protest clean air, clean water, and healthy living.
Okay, let me get a picture, just a view of your sign. It says, "Save our children's future. Detroit River, save our Great Lakes." Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome.
Go ahead.
The concern is so great in our community that we had asked our state regulators to come out and do air quality samples. And they said, oh, we have monitors. And we found out that in 48217, they do not have one stationary air sampling monitor. So what we did, we took the initiative and became proactive. And we learned how to, what we call this is the bucket brigade. And it's a simple 5-gallon can with a vacuum and a plastic bag. And we started to take our own air quality samples. And this was, we were assisted by the Sierra Club with bringing a training program, and we trained about 20 residents to learn how to take air quality samples. And once we took these air quality samples, we took them to and sent them to an independent lab. And when our samples came back, we were shocked. There was high levels of MEK, methyl ethyl ketone. We had carbon monoxide.
Toluene.
We had benzene. We had toluene. And some of these chemicals are not even being reported through these companies to any state agency. And we did research, and we found out that methyl ethyl ketone and toluene is a byproduct of oil refinery and asphalt production.
Then they can expand to the river, have the salt mine expand over there. They can have that side, let Marathon have this side. We want out.
And I really have a
market value.
Yeah, they have to give us enough to make another home.
Another life.
They can't give us $5,000 and say buy, because you can't buy a home for $5,000. I've owned this house for 40 years. I put my sweat equity into that home. I want something that I don't have to turn around and start all over again. I want a home I can move into that's clean environment. The air is clean. I would not live in this area, never, never again, if I had the opportunity.
And we want our medical care to be covered, you know, because as we get older, a lot of these, pathogens will take effect on us because our body will break down. And, then they're going to be coming back and they're going to be acting like they don't know where it comes from. You see where it's coming from, our environment. So we documenting it right now. So whenever they say we don't know where it comes from, please show this video.
The land is contaminated, and we don't need to be here. However,
Brownsfield. If our soil is contaminated,
yes, it is. It's a brownfield.
So we don't have to pay property taxes that we can't afford.
Yes, we don't need to be here. They need to buy us out, and they need to regulate what these companies are doing.
Give us our tax
because
back.
what happens is the wind takes it. People don't realize that it's affecting them as well. They have cancers in their families. Wonder why they have cancers in their family, because the wind takes it exactly to them. So they need to buy us out. This is a brownfield, okay, and we need to stop this kind of industry happening. We need the what do they call it? Windmills. That's what.
We need clean energy, clean jobs, clean. Matter of fact, we could just cleaning up this environment. We could resolve our unemployment problems just by fixing up these homes. Fixing up our water, because that's something else. The Food and Drug Administration, they're also against us. All these, I call them paramilitary organizations. All these, they all got initials. the EPA, they come here, they came out here, they gave us a good song and dance, a good show, but no go.
Right.
When it's time for y'all to do something. What are you agencies that's supposed to protect us? Do something. You're not doing nothing. You're making us pay to die.
That's right.
We're paying taxes to die.
That's right.
That once this expansion is completed, 80% of the oil processed at Marathon Ashland Oil will be heavy tar sand crude. And the pipelines run directly up under the residents' houses. Yeah. So what if we have a disaster, an incident? What happens to the people? These businesses are putting greed and money above human life. How can this earth survive without humans? They're destroying the world and they're destroying the people. We're casualties of their war of greed.
Thank you.
Adrian.
Mrs. Crawford, what's going on in your neighborhood?
There's a release of several toxins in the sewer system. As far as benzene, toluene, what have you. It's emitting into my home from the basement. And I was told by water officials that they can't check the homes. They could only monitor the sewer lines. And they were doing this daily. It can't be done daily if I'm still waking up choking daily. Okay? Not to mention there's several other construction projects going on at the same time through MDOT. The rebuilding of the viaduct, the reinforcement of I-75. All of this is directly surrounding my house. There's constructions on 3 sides of me. I'm being killed by expansion. Where's my voice in this? Where do I get to say, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live like a sewer rat and choke to death by all the gases and poisons and toxins around me. And I think it's time that somebody hears us people. I've lost family members to cancer. We have kidney failure. We have respiratory issues. Enough is enough. And it's time to stop it. It's just time to stop it or get us out of here. Turn it all into an industrial community. Put us in places where it's green air, children grow, trees aren't dying from the actual poisons that we are forced to live in as humans.
Tell me about the recent release of untreated water into the sewer system.
Oh yes, there's untreated water, and the contracts admitted to releasing this into the water system that are flowing to our home. But in that poison is a hydrogen sulfide. Okay? It is very, very uncanny, how do I say, acute health issues. Your throat is burning, your eyes are burning, you're nauseous, your headaches. This is regular. But long term, this can actually kill you. No, it doesn't sit in your body, but your exposure, and this has been exposure for years. And as they have begun to unearth these different projects, it brings up the levels of those poisons. And we're just not being heard.
It seems like the major problem with a lot of this, there is no one to police or make these companies come into compliance. They have a violation, they're written up, they pay a $100,000 fine, and they go on like nothing. It's like, what's the point in writing the tickets and violation when there is no agency in our government, seemingly, that can police this and follow up and make these companies straighten up.
They don't care. It's all about the dollar. That's it.
That's right. If they have so much money, what they can do is put filters on these things where it won't come out to be anything.
Right. And filters in the homes.
And yes, and they're not doing that. No one's making them do it. It can be done, but no one is making them do that.
Right. And not only that, what we ask for common respect. There is no notification once these emissions are put into the air. They notify the people in Lansing, which is the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and Environment, but they don't notify the community. We have not been given a choice. When these dangerous chemicals are emitted into the air, we should have a choice whether we want to stay or leave until the chemical is dissipated into the atmosphere. But we don't even have a choice. They reporting to the people that go home on the weekend and that do not endure what we endure. And a lot of these releases are occurring not only during working hours, after hours on the weekend. So they're impeding on our quality of life every second of every day.
Now I smell something now. Can anybody identify that? What is that?
Combination.
That's asphalt.
Is that that's asphalt?
That's asphalt.
That's
We're
asphalt.
smelling asphalt right now.
Okay.
And there it,
Yeah.
Oh, Cadillac asphalt. That's Cadillac asphalt over there.
Say something about the bucket brigade.
Oh, where's the bucket? Adrian, where's the bucket?
So all of you are saying that there's the major problem with the cumulative impact coming from Marathon, coming from even the demolition of the viaduct on 4th Street and the road.
And the zoning. Half these places are not even zoned to operate out here in those capacities, but they still do it without permission, without any regulatory, because we have regulatory agencies that can't do nothing.
Right.
They just a bunch of yes men. You know, let the community regulate these agencies. Let us create our own regulatory agencies and see what happens.
So there's actually been an article written in the paper where one of the city council members quoted that it's better for the industry. I mean, that we're bringing money into the community, so you should be acceptable to this. If you're dead, it's not helping you at all.
And then with that, the council person stated that this was helpful to the economic recovery. The people that they're employing, their minimum wage jobs. Not only that, the company is not hiring any resident to work in these facilities. They're bringing in their own people. And these are multi-million-dollar corporations that have facilities all over, throughout Michigan, throughout the nation. And here we are, a community that's inundated, surrounded by industry, and a poor community. And we need some assistance. We have asked for a health impact study from the state, and they tell us that they can't do one. They don't have the data. They don't have the data. Well, why don't they take some of the money and start a survey and do a study, find out what these emissions are doing to the human body. If they are concerned, they'll save a duck with an arrow. They'll save a duck that's covered in oil before they will save a human that's being poisoned by a monster that's created. We have so many chemicals: toluene, methyl ethyl ketone, benzene, hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide. They're being released and they're creating a byproduct. That byproduct is a monster that is suffocating human life in our community. Southwest Detroit, 48217.
Southwest part of the city, we feel like we're orphans and that we don't count. We pay our taxes like everyone else, and we get nothing in return but pollution, poor quality air, and we say enough is enough. We want this to come to an end and give us the right to live healthy lives in this community.
So what are some of the health problems that you're experiencing over here?
We have high incident of asthma, heart disease, very high incident of cancer, and diabetes. So there's a lot of health concerns that people are suffering with in this neighborhood. We feel that it's contributed
prostate cancer,
the poor air that we have in this community. What I'm concerned with is a lot of the companies may be in compliance with government regulation, but what is it doing cumulatively to breathe in all these various chemicals and outputs from these various environmental pollutants in our neighborhood?
Right. So tell us just some of the industry that's over here, Mr. Walls.
Right behind us, we have Marathon and a big hydro plant.
That's the recent expansion,
yes.
The $2.2 billion
You can see it in the background here.
That's going to be a hydrogen plant.
And then we have Servistall just to the north here.
So
we have
Ford right over here.
You can see it back of these homes. This is all residential right in this immediate area. And we have Ford Motor Company here. We have asphalt companies over here on this side. Another one down on this side. So we are completely surrounded. And then just across the bridge, we have Sug Island and Delray, and all that community down there is very polluted as well. And we just say enough of this is enough, and we want to do something to improve our quality of life, and that's why we're here today.
And MDNRE, you're just as guilty. you are the ones allowing these permits. We have no more room for no more industry in 48217. The next time, believe me, you picking this fight, and we're going to fight.
All right, so we were told that EPA recently came out with a study that said this whole entire area is out of attainment, plus additional 6 counties.
Yes.
And recently, Great Lakes Petroleum requested a permit application from the state. Did they get it?
And right now, they're in the process that one permit has already been granted, and they asked for an additional storage tank that will hold 209,000 gallons of asphalt. And we objected to that. We just recently had a hearing last week, and from what they were telling us, there's nothing that says that they have to reject their application.
They can't reject.
They can't reject it. And so what is the recourse for the residents? To have a third asphalt company included into our community.
Right.
And as well as the residents know, right next to Marathon is Detroit Salt Company. Right across the bridge is Morton Salt Company. We have a toxic disposal company, Inland Waters. So we have U.S. Steel. We have a recycling company, I think it's called Fortson, that continues to have be out of compliance and be cited. ServiceStar is continuously cited. Once they're cited, then what happens? These companies need to pay. What they need to do is improve the quality of life of our residents, and if they can't, move them out. Do it like they did up there with the Kalamazoo River, when Enbridge had that corrosion of breaking their pipeline and millions of gallons of heavy tar sands, oils were released into the river. What they did was their monitors picked up heavy emissions of benzene, a known carcinogenic. They are now buying those people out, more than 200 people. Right here in this community, people are dying on a daily basis. People are being diagnosed with cancer on a daily basis. Right among us, we have one of our residents who here today. She's battling that battle with cancer. I am a cancer survivor. My mother and father both died from lung cancer. Every day we're hearing another story about one of our residents becoming ill. And many of these illnesses are directly related to the carcinogens that are being emitted into our air.
Can you tell me the reason why you're out here and your name, please?
Hi, Sandra Turner Handy with the Michigan Environmental Council. I'm out here because Marathon Oil has got to realize that a community sits around them. A community of committed residents that are here, and they're here to stay and have been here for a long time. The processes that Marathon is trying to create, if they do not have a viable evacuation plan in place, can destroy this whole community person by person. And they have to realize the importance of it. So I'm here to support the 48217 community in the hopes that we can educate them and educate the powers to be that this community is viable, the people here are dedicated, and that they must take note and save this community.
Thank you. And this sign that you have, it says tar sands mining, and I just want to speak on that sign. That is in McMurray, Alaska, and that is where people of color live. They are Indians, in fact. And as a matter of fact, you can see the trucks. The trucks are the size of, I would say, a 10-story building. And they are digging and exploring, destroying that community. The water, you can see the water there. Those are lakes, those are toxic lakes, where before they may have been a viable community and a viable lakes and where you could live. And now you can, all you can see now is a land that's destroyed. And so we want to prevent that from happening here in our area, in the United States. That is in Canada. We want to prevent that from happening here. Those people there, they're sick, they're dying. The fish are dying. The fish, they're dead. In fact, a lot of them, they built new homes over there, and it is so bad over there until no one is living in the new homes. The minors, they don't want to live there. They can't live there. It's just so polluted. Thank you.
And Lucille,
yeah.
Don't forget the MDNRE. Your hands just as dirty as these people. I said because you grant those permits, you're facilitating the expansion of those operations by bringing them over here. You told us in the meeting the other day you had no power to deny. That means you are impotent. You need not to be an agency.
That's right. Thank you. Ma'am, can you give me your name?
Jimmy Alley.
And can you give me the reason why you're out here today?
I just want to get this neighborhood clean air. It's killing everybody. Too much cancer going on, and they're not realizing what they're doing to the little people here. So we're trying to do the best we can every day.
Okay. Thank you. And what is your sign saying? Tar sands, dirty, dangerous, and toxic in our community. Okay, thank you so much. Ma'am, can you give me your name and tell me the reason why you're out here?
My name is Michelle Martinez, and I live in 48216, which is just across the way. My family has lived here for a real long time, and we're sick of dealing with the health issues and the pollution that are here in the community, and the tax breaks that big corporations get here while everybody suffers under the burden of these bills, the hospital bills, the asthma, kids can't run around and play. And we deal with that every day, and yet still these big corporations get to pollute as much as they want without any accountability to the community.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me what your sign is saying? Put us to work?
That's right.
Build them here. That's those, what do you call those?
Windmills.
Windmills.
That's
I couldn't get that out. Okay, thank you so much. Can you please tell me why you're out here today?
Yes.
Can I get your name and reason why you're out here today?
My name is Dolores, and I'm right from this area. I'm right from this area.
Okay.
48217 zip code. And anyway, I'm here because I'm upset that our city does not care about us. They've signed away our rights to even to say anything about all the pollution in the area. They have gone ahead with okaying Marathon to expand their operations, and you can see by my sign the BP explosion. This is the same thing that can happen in our neighborhood.
Yes.
And we sit right in the lap of Marathon. My husband has asthma problems. He has a lot of breathing problems. And also, there's a lot of people on our street have passed with cancers in our neighborhood, and we're just upset. There's BP pipelines. The smells are horrendous any time of the day or night.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Can you tell me the reason why you're out here today?
First of all, I want you to do something.
Yes.
Take a picture over there. You see that?
Yes.
See that? That's you know.
Yes.
Now take a picture over here. See? That's the problem. You got
housing. You mean housing?
Housing. This residence. People
live
here.
This is residential. Okay.
All that is industry.
Okay.
Now, how on earth can this happen in a sophisticated American society? I don't know, but it's happening here in 48217 in Detroit, and we need your help to come in here and expose these atrocities. I mean, we need the right to clean air. We need a right to live. We want quality of life too out here in South Detroit. So, Mr. Mayor, get on your job. Everybody, let's get on our job and make it happen.
Okay, what is your sign saying? Justice for all and clean air.
Yeah, justice for all and clean air.
A big sunflower. They're beautiful.
Yeah, yep. Sure.
Let's keep them that way. Let's make them grow. Continue to grow.
South
Ma'am?
Detroit united, for real. So I'm all over here. See, we are people of all colors, creed, but pollution don't care about all that. It's going to kill you if you keep it up. We're the #1 most polluted area in the state, #3 in the country.
That's right.
Help us. We need help.
Thank you. Ma'am, can you tell us the reason why you're out here today?
I'm out here to support the people in this neighborhood. I come from the 48209 zip code. We deal with the pollution from all the diesel trucks coming across the Ambassador Bridge. These people have been in this community for a long time, so I'm learning about their situation and trying to support them. This affects everybody, but people right close by are dying from what's happening in this community.
And what is your sign saying, Secretary Clinton? our bodies and communities are not toxic waste dumps. Okay, thank you so very much.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and your name?
Regina Smith.
Regina Smith, can you tell me the reason why you're out here today?
Yes, because these corporations, as like Marathon, they want to take over our community and fill it with polluted air, polluted fumes, polluted stench, polluted dirt, and they want to fill our air with it and then expect us to just live in it and breathe in it, get cancer and all of these other things. And we have had enough of it. We've had enough. And we want to speak out against it. We want the city to do something about it because they're allowing it to happen. Nothing can happen without them giving the okay. So now we want them to stop telling them they can come in here and kill us slowly. We want the city to do something about it. The city council, the mayor, do something about this. And we're not going away.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Great. Can you tell us the reason why you're out here today?
Well, I'm here because I want clean air. I think all of us enjoy our lives, but we need to have our environment cleaned up, and we're protesting all the pollution in our area, especially in 48217 in southwest Detroit.
Okay, and your name again, sir?
Rollin Wall.
Rollin Walls. Rollin Walls. Okay, and your sign is saying Pelican after BP disaster. Oh my God, look at him. He's filled with oil, dirty oil.
That's right.
Thank you so much. Can you give me, tell me the reason why you're out here today?
We're out here to protest the tar sands processing the system that Marathon is trying to implement. We want to save our own lives, our environment. I mean, we've got enough pollution and stuff going on now. We don't need any further environmental issues against. I mean, enough is enough. We want clean air. We want clean air for our children. We want to live and not be constantly bombarded with some kind of contaminant pollutants in our lives.
Can I have your name, please?
My name is Adrian Crawford Hill.
Okay, and what is this your sign is saying? And it's saying, where is our emergency evacuation plan? Okay, thank you so much.